incredible players on the team that I want to highlight right now is Matthew. Matthew is a student that I've been teaching. It's been a year, I think it's been a year, right? Matthew is, he's blind, so he can't see, except for like some lighting and stuff like that, but he can't see, so he's visually impaired. And Matthew is one of the, like, I could speak forever about Matthew. Matthew is such an incredible student of the game, such an incredible athlete. He listens so well, and one of the things that I love most about him is his mentality. Like, he'd always tell me, like, I never give up. I want to get better. Whatever you need, coach, I'm going to do my best, right? And his energy is something that everyone can learn from. Matthew didn't know he was going to be on the team, nor did his dad, Raymond, knew that he was going to be on the team. What happened was we already had the grade A team running, and I thought it would be a really cool idea to have Matthew on the team. But not kind of have him on the team where he's just like, no, like he's really on the team, like he's really on the squad. He's one of our players, he's fully integrated. So when I got the chance to like deliver the news to Raymond, and I was even telling my wife about this, it was such a beautiful moment that it kind of choked up Raymond. He's a good friend of mine, and he's obviously Matthew's dad, but it also got me a little bit choked up and emotional, right? Because Matthew has gone through so much and has defeated so many obstacles in his life, and to have everything like kind of come full circle where now he's actually on our grade 8 team, and he's a very, like, our team, his teammates love him, you know. So telling him that news that Matthew was actually going to be on the team, it was a very emotional moment, and it even got me kind of choked up. So it was really dope. Yeah, it was like a ceremonial tip, and Matthew ended up getting the basketball and like actually being a part of the game. It was something that I never expected, his parents never expected. Game 6, class. A high-class organization. They were more than willing to allow it to happen, and so were the referees. But yeah, and shout out to Ben, who's the league commissioner for Coalition, for making that happen. It was an experience that none of us will ever forget, but also hopefully Matthew will never forget. In terms of the game, so the game started slipping away from us in the first half, because Game 6 I think they were executing a lot better. They were setting a lot of screening actions, and what happened was our team wasn't doing a great job at communicating those screening actions, nor communicating whether if we're going to switch, if we're going to stay, what are we going to do. And this is stuff that they've been practicing and we've been teaching them. And another thing was our effort, I thought, at that point, wasn't the best. So at the end of half, I said, okay, well, we need 5 guys who are going to communicate, they're going to work their tail off, and they're going to communicate through everything. I want to see great defense, and then we'll push the basketball, okay? We're going to run here just like this, okay? I'm going to go back with the starting lineup. Who's the starting lineup? Hands up, hands up, hands up. Okay, yo, you guys, let's play basketball. We got 5 guys that were hungry. Who's going to communicate, who's going to put in the work, and we went on a serious run. And it was like, okay, now we're competitive, which was amazing to see. Right, because every other game, I think we lost that game by a lot of points, but it was that little 6 minutes of time, they were competing. The goal is, now that we've shown proof of concept, let's see if we can put it together for 32 minutes. Let's see if we can put it together for a full game. So we lost that game, but it was something we can build on for sure. single game we're getting wiped out by 40, 50, 60 points. And as you can imagine, like that's difficult to recover from, not only just as a team, but just individually to be able to recover from those kind of devastating losses. Our group I'm so proud of because they've been sticking through it. They've been sticking through. Like this group has been amazing. There is no better season I've been a part of and more proud of than this season, because it is difficult to go through those losses. It's difficult to go through that. But if you can stick through it, if you can go through that difficult journey, those dark times, the light is going to shine, right? And now these guys are on the tail end of it where the light is starting to shine. And that's what I want them to do. It's not just give up when the times get hard. It's not just, I want to quit just because we're losing games. Let me just go on and play on the next team, right? That's not what you're trying to teach kids. You're trying to teach them, hey, right, we got to figure this out. We're not winning. Okay, so we got to make some adjustments. We need maybe more gym time. Now as a program, there's no other program that is more comprehensive than Finesse basketball. How much we train, okay? So now they have that. The training is in the bag. Like they have the skill. So the next step, because there's 3 tiers. One is training. So okay, now we made that adjustment. The next step is game experience. That's the second tier of development, right? And this is not something you can skip, right? You have to play these games, right? And all these kids have way more experience than you playing organized basketball. So the first couple games, 10, 20 games, you're going to be losing by 50 or so points. And that's what's been happening to us, right? But now what we've been doing is we've been shrinking that margin, closing the gap. But we're not focusing on closing the gap with our competition. We're focusing on closing the gap of where our skill is and where we want it to be. That's the gap that we're trying to close, right? So now they have games under their belt. Now they understand different scenarios and different, right? And then now they're finally getting into the point where we're entering the third stage of development, which is game film. So I'm excited for the trajectory of this team. Whatever happens, but I've never seen a more amazing group to be a part of, and it's been an honor coaching this group, and I'm excited for the future.